Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So I'm going to go with you guys in the S&P 500 again. This is the SPY again. Jerome Powell coming in on Wednesday mentioning that we have restrictive policy to come. However, we do have Jerome Powell speaking 2 times this week, and we are testing lows of the year as we do have what's called an ice cream bar candle. As you guys can see, we have an ice cream bar candle. This is actually called an ice cream bar candle. We do have that rejection to the downside with our wick to the downside. About 50% of our wick and our body are equal, and that is what makes an ice cream bar candle. As you guys can see again, coming out with that rejection to the downside, looking to see if we can bounce back. We do have our 20-day moving average that is curling down. We have our 50 that also is curling down, but also does need to get our 20 to cross back over our 50, ultimately to get that strength to the upside. So our question is, what exactly we're looking for from here? With Powell speaking on Tuesday and Wednesday, very much could predicate exactly what could happen. I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Now, before I jump into this, if you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that like button if you find this video useful at all. Hit subscribe if you want to see my daily game plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the market every single day. And if you guys are day traders or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that I mention every single day in the Instables room, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here, as you guys can see again, we do have our ice cream bar candle that is coming out. It looks like a cherry ice cream bar candle if you ask me. As you guys can see, we do have our MACD that is increasing in sell pressure, that we have been looking for our white shaded lines to come in, so that way we do get that decrease in sell pressure to the downside. So that way we get that early signal for that possible shift in momentum, and then ultimately looking for that pivot here with our 12 crossing back over our 26. And if we do want that increase in strength, again, we want to break above our median of our MACD. Again, this is when we had the strongest rally of the year. This is what we'd be looking for as far as a reversal in the market or a possible bounce back. So our question, in my opinion, is, as we do have that increase in sell pressure and we do have a bullish ice cream bar candle coming out, what exactly is our play here? Since we do again have strength, but we also do have weakness, I would be looking to see if we do have room to run to the downside. As you guys can see, we are just jumping into oversold territory. So in my opinion, we want to see some type of divergence playing out. We want to see higher lows as we are oversold, and we will be looking for confirmation as we are jumping out of oversold territory, getting that confirmation jumping out of oversold territory, as again we do have lower highs on our price action. So again, at this point, we are just jumping into oversold territory. In my opinion, we are going to have lower lows at some point, so that way we can create divergence. So in my opinion, if I was looking for a setup to the downside, if we weren't already holding, I would be looking for a possible follow through with this ice cream bar candle, possibly look for a smaller momentum candle to the upside, look for a doji candle, possibly closing just above, and then looking for a possible momentum candle closing just below that doji candle, respecting our 20-day moving average, as we would be curling down at that point. That would be an evening star. That would be a possible confirmation on a continuation on lower. That is a possible setup. I mentioned a few possible setups over the weekend that could possibly happen. So again, I'm just showing you guys some type of bearish setup. We will know exactly when that confirms. And as you guys can see on the weekly chart, again, very much following our trend that we have been tracking. As you guys can see clearly, as you guys can see, touching 2 tops here, and then the third one very much getting that clear rejection here. We did mention, and we did have a bounce back again leading into CPI. On that possible bounce back, we would have possibly continued to respect our 20 moving average from there, possibly curled back up. But again, we did get that increase in CPI. As you guys can see, again, we are just looking to see if we can drop down to our 200 moving average ultimately to possibly go long. Again, I'm not exactly going to jump in just because we touch our 200 moving average, but looking for that possible bullish setup. As you guys can see, at our COVID pandemic, we had confirmation as we did jump out of our 200 moving average. We had our engulfing candle clearly breaking above our rejection to the upside, and then an engulfing candle with the follow through, and then we continued on higher with a gap up, and then we had our 20 crossing back over 50 for more confirmation. We had our engulfing candle to confirm that we were going to break out of our pre-pandemic levels, showing us that strength, as you guys can see here. So again, we will stay focused on our candle structure, and when we do get confirmation on that nice long play here, we will know exactly when that happens. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.